Hello. Okay. A beautiful portrait again, as usual. Young girl with long hair. Let's start and draw the outline or the gesture. You have the hair, fringe at the front, fringe hair. In general, a massive shadow on her right cheek, and this area here, this one, is where all the activities, let's call it this way. So everything is there, everything is concentrated there. And so you get a bit of cheek around here. All the most interesting things are done here on this area. There you go, the eyes, especially the right eye, her right eye, and this eye stands higher than this one. So getting this eye here, right up there, you've got the shadow here on the nose, and then you have the other eye here. Not getting too much details, it's too early. Then you have lower mouth, which goes the shadow here, and then don't forget this area is rounded. Treat it as a sphere. It's also a little bit shown that it's quite rounded there, but we know getting it from this angle looks a lot like a sphere. And then you have the shadow underneath the chin, and also dark shadow around here, and then you have a dark shadow there. Side of her face, you got side of her face here as well, and hair, flick of hair coming right here, another flick of hair coming around here, cheek, and also a little bit of nose. There's an angle there. It's not straight down. It's not straight like this. It just raised slightly there, and that's where you can get the shadows here. And chin, a little bit highlight on her left nostril, eye shadow, eye here, and that shadow comes right here, so that is the side of the eye. You got this round here, her right eye, left eye, sorry, right eye here, left eye there, and the fringes of her hair right up here, another fringe here, and then you got hair coming, flicker of the hair this side. Right here underneath the eye you have a straight line, which is the neck. Don't forget this side is all in shadow. This side is the hair. And also you can get some horizontal shading coming there. But well, there is, I'm not actually doing it myself, is that I can see it there, it's beautiful. And I think I've gone too high up there. You'll see for yourself. It makes the head really pointy if I go there. So let's drop it down here. And hair there. And then you have this shadowy, softer. It's softer than there. So that shadow is really transparent. But you have two shades, two folds, which create the impression that from now on, from left here, from that area there, just a shadow. And also, let me see, I'm measuring, I'll tell you what I'm measuring. 1. Okay, now from flick of the hair to the face, it's the same as, okay. So from that flick of the hair to the shadow here, or where the shadow ends, take it like this and then drop it this way. And you got where you have, it will tell you where to come with the darks here. Sometimes it's really straightforward, it's just a measurement. So what I've done, measure this. So flick of the hair, forehead, drop it this way, and that's the dark where you start having really dark shadows, which is basically the hair, with other words, the hair. Line for the hair, and dark, 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 dark. That's where you get the background. Okay. Soft tone, soft tone of the charcoal here, and dark, 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 dark. And here there is a straight line which connects, look, and there as well. That's the shadowy area. And shadow here. And shadow here. Just to, that shows pretty well the young face that we have here. I mean, this beautiful turn. It shows it. It shows this, yes, the oval face and the shadow that we have here. That's Milo. And line here. And let's point out a little bit nose. She's got a slight smile here. So that dark, but then dark here on the left, but not dark here. It's a half tone. And then you have upper lip. Just do the design of it. And then the rest is half tone. You see? You got the upper lip. Now, a straight line here will give us where the nose will indicate the end of the nose. Now that also will indicate, now that's the eye obviously. But then here it's right, it's bright, it's basically the light coming through. and darks, dark here. It's the flicker of hair. And you have here the shadow part. Indicate a little bit nostril and a darker shadow this way, right here. And let's give her a little bit more line, especially around here. Make her cheek more prominent. Higher up there. And what else can I do here? I'm thinking of spraying this paint, leave it for a while, and as it dries up, start adding darker shadows. Upper lip. One thing that I forgot to mention is that there is a light coming this way, light source, but also from down here. Now, how do I know? It's because this upper lip is being lit, and that cannot happen in a different way. If this is lit, that means that you have light coming through this way. The chin, sharpen up a little bit more. And also coming back here, shadow, shadow. And a little bit of light here. There we are. I've lifted up that light by mistake, but I think it stands up, it stands nicely where it is. So what I mean by lifted, so I've done this, see that peak? I shouldn't. It's a bit more, it's a lot softer, like this. Could have left it as it was, but let's change it. Okay. Now what I could do here is to, as I said, maybe spray it a little bit. But before I spray it, just get those whites. See? And lights here. And some coffee. Coffee rather. Party over here. So the light is mainly here, also here. Here, that defines the lips. Beautiful definition of the lip. There we are. and a lot darker here, look. Hmm? And these darks could be a lot thicker and fuller. And this could go really darker than it is now. And a little bit dark here. Half tone, not darker, but half tone. Coming right here. And again, highlight those really, really dark lines there. And I'll spray it now. Highlights. Before I spray it, look, bring those highlights on here. So beautiful lines. And oh, before I get those highlights there, well, I need to darken all this area first of all of that. See? But then I've lost the neck, so right there, highlight a little bit of neck, and there you are. And some curls, which are beautifully done here. Okay, let's spray. Let's give this a little spray, just a tiny bit. And then we will go again. Shake the spray. Shake the spray. I'll leave it for a second. Okay. See what we can do to darken it even more. I think it's ready. It's ready. See, I cannot take anything. Well, most of it stays where it is. So look what we can do. See, another way of doing it, if you work with charcoal, is to do what I've done here. Darken the spray, so you cannot go any darker with the charcoal. So what you need to do, you have to spray it. Spray keeps the previous charcoal in and allows you to use a little bit more charcoal later on. Add it on. Add on more charcoal. Now that eye is looking a little bit creepy here. So move that eyelid, that's it, move it. I had it there, moved it towards the right a bit more. And a little bit darker here, and also could allow myself to put some more darks, even more darks here. And come around here. Broke it and broke the charcoal. Doesn't matter, we can do it again. Use half of it. Again, darker. here as well. Darks here. A little bit darker there, it's better. It's a nicer shade of darks. Here, just highlight this a bit more. Okay, I think that's the end of it. Well, I mean, let me see if I can use what I'm thinking here. It would be brush. So look, why not, instead of using your fingers, the ones who paint can use their brushes. See? Get rid of the some shades that we've added earlier on, and I don't think we can do any much more to it unless I spray it one more time. Another technique we'll do today, spray it one more time. Okay, tiny bit of spray. Always, don't forget, not a lot of spray, because you will just, first of all, you don't need it. Secondly, it goes way too much on the paper, and it doesn't allow you to put more, to add more details, basically. Okay, now let's try and add more or darker lines. See? Can go even darker. More details if you wish. Look, that's why I say to you, go back and redraw, or do, you know, add a little bit of here, a little bit of there. You can do that easily on the same drawing. Just add spray and more spray, let it to dry. I'm going fast here because of obviously recording time, but I could have left it for half an hour. You just put it on an easel, and every time you go move past for a coffee, you can see where you can add the darks, and if you need to add them, obviously. But I guess there's always room for improvement. And then you come to a point, you say, well, I cannot do any more because actually I'm going off the rails with it. I'm not adding anything to it. Like I might be now at this point here that I'm just repeating myself, not only talking but drawing as well. Now that distance is a bit longer here, wider on the original, which means, yeah, so here I could add a little bit more flesh tone and less lines here, so it makes it softer. Add change softer, and that could go softer as well. Okay, 31st. No, that's the first. August. All right, see you on the next one.